Hello, 7th grade accelerated math students. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. This video is for October 5th through the 9th. Good thing about next week on Monday the 12th, you get to not do work as we all celebrate Columbus Day. We get to celebrate Columbus not discovering America, even though he did open the way for European exploration and colonization. He did do that, but anyway, we all get a holiday nonetheless. So as always, please go under the What Do I Do This Week module. So this week is October 5th through the 9th. Here is your assignments. This is your assignments for the week. So on Monday the 5th, you are going to be looking at interpreting lines, because this week, the previous week, you guys looked at scatter plots, right? And finding the line of best fit. On Tuesday, you're looking at frequency tables. You're going to be interpreting some data from frequency tables. Wednesday, you're going to try out the practice test, which looks very similar to the real test. And then the reason that the 8th is not listed here is because we're going to be zooming on the 8th as a test review. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says, let's zoom on Thursday, which is the 8th. It's actually my mommy's birthday too. Happy birthday, Mom. At 10 o'clock. So make sure you join me for that because we will be reviewing for Friday's test. So on Friday the 9th, that's the only day this test is open. So make sure you take both parts of the test on Friday. Make sure also in your short answer questions that you write in complete sentences when it tells you to explain. Also, if it says to show your work, you have to type the work that you actually do for that particular lesson, okay? So you want to get full credit. In order to get full credit, you want to follow directions. All right, I'm going to try to open. So first of all, you guys go through the lesson, interpreting graphs, or excuse me, interpreting lines. You go through the lesson, you read everything, try all the practice problems, you figured out the answer, and then check your answers, watch the videos, very, very important, okay? Now I'm gonna skip that part, but you guys don't skip it. I'm familiar with it already, and you are not, so you not skip it. So let's look at a couple of problems under interpreting, what did it say? Interpreting lines. So here's a first question. The equation of a line is best fit, excuse me. The equation of the line of best fit of a scatter plot is y equals 6x minus 9. What is the slope of the equation? So the slope is always the number multiplied by what? X. The number multiplied by x is going to be the slope of any equation. The equation of the line of best fit of a scatter plot is a negative correlation, negative correlation. What is the y-intercept? Well, the y-intercept is the number that stands by itself. It's the constant. So if -7 is being multiplied by x, -7 is the slope, which means that -2 has to be the y-intercept. So that's where your line crosses the y-axis. It says the scatter plot below shows the relationship between the number of hours spent jogging and the number of minutes spent stretching by the students on the track team. So it says, what is the y-intercept of the line of best fit? So the y-intercept is always on the y-axis. So when you're looking at the y-intercept, make sure you read what the y-intercept is labeled. This doesn't say hours jogging up here on the y-intercept or the y-axis. It says minutes stretching. So at 0 hours spent jogging, there was 1 minute of stretching that took place, right? Number of hours jogging, number of minutes stretching. Make sure you read that correctly. All right, and then you're gonna figure out what the line of best fit is based on the y-intercept, which is right here, 0, 1. The y-intercept is 1, and then the slope of this line. So the slope of this line, if I go from here to here, here's a corner right there. If I made a right angle right here, a right triangle, I'm going to say, okay, well, my height, my rise is 1 and my run is 2. is positive, so 1/2. Rise over run. So your slope is 1/2, 1/2x, plus your y-intercept, plus 1. All right? Now this has a negative connotation, a negative correlation, a negative slope. There is a negative relationship between the number of cups of coffee and the hours you spend sleeping. As the number of cups of coffee increases, your hours of sleep decreases, right? So how many hours will Sherwin most likely sleep if he consumes 9 cups of coffee? So we're talking about way over here. If this is 9, it's about right there, right? 7, 8, 9. So what do you think? What do you think? Okay, so make sure you do your best on there. You have two attempts. Good grief. 2 attempts, and do both of them, because I only see the highest answer or grade anyway, and if you go through it twice, it'll help you why can't I speak today? It'll help you have access to even more questions than if you only do it once. All right, so also you're going to look at some frequency tables. So 2 lessons with new data or new information this week, excuse me. My brain is fried. It's actually Friday for me, so that's why my brain is so tired. So we have a frequency table here. So frequency table tells us different things that are going on. So we're looking at students who took French and took Spanish. So there were 15 kids that did both of those things. They took French and Spanish. We had 41 kids that took Spanish that did not take French, right? 41 that took Spanish but not French. Of the students that took French and did not take Spanish, we don't know how many of those kids there are. However, we do know that a total of 47 students took French. 47 students took French. 15 took both. So how do we figure out our missing number? We could subtract 15 from 47, or we could do it this way. If the total number of students that did not take Spanish at all was 42, and we already know that 10 of them did not take French nor Spanish, how would we get that number? We could subtract 10 from 42. Either way, we should get the same answer, right? The 2A table shows the number of students in a school who have rabbits and or pets as birds as pets. How many more students have rabbits than birds? So how many total students have rabbits? We would find that here. How many total students have birds? We're going to find that there. The question is how many more? That always means you are subtracting, okay? So hopefully you guys can understand how to write or figure out how to read these frequency tables. This number in the lower right-hand corner is always the total number of students that were asked the question. So 74 students were participated in this survey. Okay, we had 101 total students that participated in this survey. So this total, this column should equal 101, and this column or this row should equal 101. Okay. So anyway, if you need my help as you go through these frequency tables, please let me know. I'm here for you. Make sure you take your practice test. Make sure you do everything twice that you have an opportunity to do twice. Make sure you join us for our Zoom. Our Zoom is on Thursday at 10 o'clock. So make sure you attend that, and we will get ready for Friday's test. Hope everyone has a great week. Reach out to me if you need me, and I will see you on Thursday.